Hi everybody, I'm Francesca Salaorni, a biomedical engineer in biomechanics and biomaterials, and I'm attending the first year of PhD in Verona. My research, the topic of my research is digital telemedicine improving health, social, and economic outcomes in patients with functional motor disorders. And my supervisor is Maria Luisa Gandolfi. My research area is in neuroscience, physiological and physiatric science, and movement disorders, and I'm working at the Borgo Hospital, where I can execute my test, especially on functional motor disorders patient and also on Parkinson and the multiple sclerosis. Functional motor disorders can be considered an high disabling condition characterized by long-term disability and the poor quality of life, such as organic movement disorders as Parkinson and multiple sclerosis. Rehabilitation is essential in managing this kind of patient because of their movement that have features usually associated with voluntary movement are perceived as involuntary and not under their control. So rehabilitation is essential, and another reason is that functional motor disorders and the functional symptoms are potentially reversible with respect to organic disease. Despite that, the functional motor disorders have been widely misunderstood and receiving a little public and academic attention. Only in the last few years, scientific community expressed interest in this neurological field, but functional motor disorders are still few understood and treated. So the aim of my PhD project is to devise ad hoc digital telemedicine solution to improve the short and long-term care of patients with functional motor disorders through digital telerehabilitation. In particular, the use of wearable sensors will be used to evaluate posture and gait in ecological setting, the main debilitating aspect in everyday life. The first step to reach this purpose was done a systematic review on wearable devices for gait and postural control in movement disorders and multiple sclerosis in telemedicine, and a validation of smart t-shirt as potential wearable device for rehabilitation. The second step instead will be to use wearable devices to characterize gait and posture in functional motor disorders at home setting to understand its behavior over time in an ecological setting and to compare those with the setting evaluation done in hospital. As a result, regarding the first step, results revealed that no study, that today many studies have been focused on Parkinson's disease, that no study had been performed on the effectiveness of digital rehabilitation in telerehabilitation in patients with functional motor disorders. Regarding the second step, an integration of smart t-shirt in standard clinical pathways could significantly contribute to the digital transformation already in place and allow continuous monitoring of patients with a more personalized approach of intervention. However, the current system of care delivery faces two main challenges. The current health setting is not adequate for long-term management and monitoring of this patient, and there is a lack of rehabilitation professional expert in this field to guarantee the adequate rehabilitation pathway. Then digital medicine and especially digital telerehabilitation will be the future to improve the way to face the disease, increasing the accessibility to personalized rehabilitation by expert professional, placing tools to monitor the patient health by themselves. Then, digital telerehabilitation will enhance clinicians to have information on remote monitoring to collect data about the exercise done at home and to analyze them. Moreover, this will promote digital telemedicine and reduce the need for the patient to reach the hospital for periodic monitoring and follow-up, relying on remote assessment of health condition by specialized personnel and overcoming the effects of the crisis in the context of COVID-19 pandemic and its social consequences. At the end, it will also reduce healthcare costs. Thank you for your attention.